All right, folks, there's a crisis at the border, and we need to get a first-hand account of what's going on. So on the phone now is investigative journalist, a truly independent voice who produces a shortwave radio show out of Mexico. He's originally from Texas. It's Clint Kurtz. Clint, good to have you on the show.
Thanks, Bill. Good to be here.
Clint, you were in Mexico covering this story. What made you go there in the first place?
Well, this was back during Obama. You know, I was tired of just sitting back and watching these illegals come into my country, and I decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. So I hopped the fence and entered Mexico illegally.
You entered Mexico illegally?
Yeah, I said, you think we like it? We'll see if you like an American coming into your country, eating your food, taking cheap labor. And they hate it. Okay, they probably hate it more than we do. I mean, we're the most welcoming country in the world, but the liberals just bash the U.S. all day.
So you're an illegal immigrant in Mexico?
Yes, sir. And I'm staying. I still haven't proved my point. The people still don't get what I'm trying to do here.
So you're writing, you're doing journalism, right? And are you doing anything else? Or you're working?
Yeah, I'm working illegally here too. Digging ditches, installing drywall, plucking chickens, and they hate it. They hate the fact that I'm here, taking away jobs from them, and I can't even speak the language neither, and they hate that too. And I say, good, because that's what y'all do to us. I'm going to do it right back to you.
It sounds like a really hard way to prove a point.
Yeah, I'm even trying to change the culture here too. I started a pro-American theater company, and we did the Arthur Miller play, The Crucible, and they hated it. It was all in English, and they hated that too. And I said, hey, in Texas, in Houston, I went to see a production of Midsummer Night's Dream, Sueño de una noche de verano, and it was all in Spanish, and I didn't understand a word. I was like, I paid for this? So y'all come into my country and change Shakespeare to Spanish. Let's see how you like it. I come into your country and do English theater.
And the reaction has been pretty negative, right?
I mean, not all negative. I mean, I've met some people. They're like the liberals in our country. They love foreigners. So some Mexican liberals and intellectual types actually support. Yeah, like my fiance.
Well,
for one.
Wow, congratulations. But if you marry a Mexican, won't you lose your illegal status?
Yeah, I know. I worked so hard to be illegal here. Whether or not I remain illegal in this country, I'm still on the fence about that one.
So let's talk about the border crisis. You have a very unique perspective on this. What do you see going on there?
It's like the Texas governor said in an interview, Joe Biden turned America into a giant Taco Bell because they're all running for the border.
The Texas governor said that?
Something to that extent, yes. So people, as soon as Trump lost the election, people from all over South America packed their bags because they knew a Democrat will open the borders.
Have you talked to any of these people?
I've been to the border. I traveled with some of these people, and they're mostly the same. They're all escaping horrific violence, but there are some bad actors. And if the Border Patrol is not careful, they will let these bad actors in.
Okay, so this is the crux of the matter. How do you police the border so that you provide assistance to the people in need but keep out the bad actors?
Well, as far as the bad actors are concerned, there's not a lot of policing that needs to be done. These people will eventually be rejected, I think, and most of them will give up and go back to their countries.
Rejected? You mean get arrested, get deported?
No. They'll probably just fail their auditions. If they're lucky, they'll get in front of a casting director, but the directors will find out that they cannot speak English, let alone act well in a film or television series.
I'm sorry, when you say bad actors, what exactly do you mean?
Well, I've seen the evidence that bad actors are trying to enter the United States. When I came to the border, I saw, and this is no exaggeration, I saw a trail of headshots.
Oh my God, so just lines of people shot in the head execution style. I mean, talk about cruelty. This is man's inhumanity
no, Bill,
to
listen
man.
to me. These were headshots. 8x11 glossy black and white headshots.
Pictures of heads. So we're talking literal actors here.
Yeah. I mean, I've auditioned some of them for my shows. They're terrible. And, of course, the liberal media is totally ignoring this influx of no talents.
So forget the drug dealers and the gang members. These people want to take the acting jobs away from the American actors.
I imagine the COVID crisis has decimated the entertainment industry. Acting jobs have dried up, and there's less money for making productions, and here comes an influx of cheap actors, most of which are bad. And don't let the liberal media fool you. These actors will not add anything to American culture. Their acting will not inspire future generations of American actors. And if they're lucky to get jobs at all, their performances will be quickly forgotten.
So the crisis now is culture. If these bad actors come in and work for cheap, for example, if I wanted to do an adaptation of, say, All's Well That Ends Well.
All's bien que termina bien, yeah.
Okay, and the budget is limited. What's stopping me from going behind the unions and hiring someone on the cheap? And you're right, I think American entertainment will suffer.
I mean, think about it. The good actors are working in soap operas and telenovelas here, they call them. The cream of the crop is working. So where do the mediocre and bad actors go? They go north.
What do you think should be done about this, Clint? Should we just look forward to bad actors in our movies?
No, what I'm trying to do is give these people acting jobs before they get to America. I am currently working on an adaptation of West Side Story. Something with a big cast, so I can just kind of get as many people as I can. Main cast is 10. But then maybe 21, 22, 23. I need at least 100 people.
Well, I don't think it need be said, Clint. You are a true patriot. Keeping these people from crossing the border and giving them acting jobs and presumably dance lessons. I mean, it's a humanitarian effort that people should recognize.
But here's the problem. Many of these would-be crisis actors are being snatched up by the media and used to portray the sad-looking immigrant you see on the nightly news. Okay, so don't be fooled when you see these crisis actors. They're crisis actors for the other side. I want to do West Side Story, and they want to do propaganda. I mean, you can never defeat the liberal media. If they stay, they can do great art. But if they cross the border, what is there for them? A bit part in a sitcom or an ethnic role in an insurance commercial? I mean, come on, stay south of the border and let's do something,
Listen,
culturally significant.
If doing Sondheim isn't incentive enough for these crisis actors to stay in their country, then, maybe you don't need them.
I mean, you're right, but at the same time, I want to help the United States by keeping these people in the country.
Well, Clint, I think you have some serious casting to do.
Yeah, that's the tough part. I'm already working in a textile plant illegally on the weekends, so I can do costumes. And by the way, the fact that I'm there on the weekends working cheap for the owner of that plant, they hate that so much.
Well, Clint, good luck to you. Put that production on your website for us, all right, so we can see that.
Will do. Hey, Bill, come to Mexico. They need more of us.
I went there once. I ate a blue cactus and rode a giant coyote to the top of an ancient pyramid. So I've been there, done that. But thanks anyway.
Adios, friendo.
Buenos noches.